Alright. Salakia. Shalom Lakah, Yahweh Bashamayim, Bashem, Yahawahs. Praises to the Abinah Yahweh Bashamayim, Bashem, Yahawahs. We're going to do a lesson today about the Most High wanting someone after his own heart. Alright, so we're going to start, Salakia, we're going to start with this 1 Samuel 13, 14. So Isaiah, go ahead and read that.
But now thy kingdom shall not continue. The Lord hath sought him a man after his own heart, and the Lord hath commanded him to be captain over his people, because thou hast not kept that which the Lord commanded thee.
So it says he won't continue because Yahweh hath sought a man after his own heart, and said Yahweh hath commanded him to be captain over his people, because thou hast not kept that which Yahweh commanded thee. So pretty much the Most High takes, the Most High takes people out of their positions when they are not doing according to the things that is after his heart, right? So like, I'm gonna speak on it, like you got this where people making up their own doctrines, twisting scriptures instead of going according to it as it is written. Like my brother quotes Karata Zaya, to the law and to the testimony. Like we can't, it says anybody that add or take away will be a curse, right? So we're gonna go to this definition, because when the Most High sets somebody up over something, well, we're gonna go say, but now thy kingdom shall not continue. We're gonna go see what this definition of kingdom is, right? So we can understand what we're getting into. So go ahead, read that. Wait, Salakia, because we want well, you just read all of it. Matter of fact, Salakia, because I had, it's a certain definition that goes directly definition 5.
The spiritual sovereignty of God or Christ.
Right, now read 6.
The domain over which the spiritual sovereignty of God or Christ extends, whether in heaven or on earth.
So the dominion over which the spiritual sovereignty of the Most High or Christ extends, whether in heaven or earth. So we're going to get what this domain means, as we want words that means, and they mean specific things. So now read 1. That's all we need is 1.
A field of action, thought, and influence.
So this sovereignty which the Most High or Christ is going to extend in heaven or on earth, so he can extend this sovereignty to people on earth. He can extend this, what does it say? It's this field of action, this thought or this influence. And what happens? Us as brothers and elders, we have influence on people. And influence is, what's the word I want to use? Influence is when you can get somebody based off what you're teaching or saying, people looking up to you, you influence people that look up to you. So by us looking up to the Most High, right? Because we look up to God or Yahawahs, so we want to follow them. They influence our actions. So they pretty much are getting us to do, we're following them, we want to follow them. That's what influence is. It makes you want to follow after something. So God influences us. We want to do according to the Most High, so we follow what He says. And you know, this what we'll do one even better. We're gonna do one even better for you. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just going to get the straight definition even for the edification of people, right? It said the capacity or power of persons or things to be a compelling force on or produce effects on the actions, behavior. So pretty much what it's saying, it gets you to want to follow after action or behaviors or opinions of somebody, to get to follow somebody, like I was saying.
Okay.
Alright, so like we saying again, it is a field of action, thought, or influence. Now we're gonna go back to kingdom one more time. It says the spiritual sovereignty of the Most High or Yahawahs. Then it says in 6, the dominion over which the spiritual sovereignty of the Most High or Christ extends, whether in heaven or earth. Now let's get sovereignty, so we can get it for edification. The quality or state of being sovereign or of having supreme power or authority. So He extends His authority to us on earth to do His work on earth, is what it's saying. He extends that authority to us. Let's read another one. To the status, dominion, power, or authority of a sovereign royalty or rank, position, royalty. So rightful status, you know, that's one. So he's extending that rightful status to us as us being the sons of God. Remember we was reading about that. So now what we want to do is go to Proverbs, right? Because we talking, well, let's go back to Samuel. Read that one more time. We're reading about Saul and how he got took down from his position because of him trying to follow his own heart instead of the Most High. Right?
But now thy kingdom shall not continue. The Lord hath sought him. But now thou shalt not continue.
Just Yahweh.
By now thy kingdom will not continue. Yahweh hath sought him as a man for his own heart, and Yahweh hath commanded him to be captain over his people, because thou hast not kept that which Yahweh commanded thee.
So it's talking about how Saul's kingdom won't continue because Yahweh want a man after his own heart, right? And if we read the scriptures, we know. Let's read a little bit more. Sloppy, y'all. We're gonna read a little bit more just to get a little bit of the backstory. Start from right here.
And Samuel said, what hast thou done? And Saul said, because I saw that the people were scattered from me, and that thou camest not with the days appointed, and the Philistines gathered themselves together at Michmash. Therefore said I, the Philistines will come down upon me to Gilgal, and I have not made supplication unto Yahweh. I forced myself therefore and offered a burnt offering. And Samuel said to Saul, thou hast done foolishly. Thou hast not kept the commandment of Yahweh thy power, and Samuel commanded thee. For now would Yahweh have established thy kingdom upon Israel forever. But now thy kingdom shall continue. Yahweh shall not continue. Yahweh sought him a man after his own heart, and Yahweh hath commanded him to be captain over his people, because thou hast not kept that which Yahweh commanded thee.
So it was saying he kept, well, just mentioned one specific thing about how he was making burnt offerings that the Most High did not command, right? He doing things outside of that which the Most High wants from his own heart, right? But he was following his heart, right? And Saul said, "Thou hast done foolishly. Thou hast not kept the commandment of Yahweh thy power, which he commanded thee. For now would Yahweh have established thy kingdom upon Israel forever." So Saul could have reigned forever, is what he was saying. But since he went against the Most High, it said his kingdom won't continue because he was following his own heart, right? Instead of following Yahweh. Go ahead and get that.
Trust in Yahweh. Proverbs chapter 3 verse 5. Trust in Yahweh with all thine heart and lean not unto thine own understanding.
And see, that's what happened with Saul. He leaned on his own understanding, and this is what I'm talking about with brothers. Like we read these definitions, they are abusing the responsibility, right? They are abusing. Let's go back down to the one definition. They are abusing the responsibility and the leadership, the leadership that the Most High has given them, because they following after their own selves now. They want to make up all these different doctrines and things instead of just doing what the Most High set them up to do. And like it says, I'll read it one more time. It says having Salaka. Which one did I read from? No, this ain't the one I want. But we have dominion, power, royal rank. This is something that's handed down from the Most High, but that's not here. It is. That's what I wanted. The kingdom and dominion, right? Kingdom. That's the one I wanted. Hold on one second. Here you go, right? Spiritual sovereignty of the Most High of Christ, the dominion over which the spiritual sovereignty of the Most High or Christ extends. So we have the dominion passed down to us, because like when we read the scripture, where yahawahs talking about, it's like a house, a person that has a house going away on a long journey, and he leaves certain people to watch over his house, and he's saying that's the same authority that he gave us. That's roughly paraphrasing. That's the same authority that he gave us to watch over the house while he's gone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But let me try to get that real quick. One second. Salakia, let me 1 second. Here it is. It's like right here. Mark 13:34. Let me go and get that right quick. $13.34. I'll read it right now. Yes.
For the Son of Man is a man taking a far journey, for left his house and gave authority to his servants and to every man his work, and commanded the porter to watch.
And that's what it is with us, like with us that know the truth, that are set up to be teachers, and with the elders, you know what I'm saying? He has given us dominion, right? Verse 6, the dominion over which the spiritual sovereignty of the Most High or Christ extends, whether in heaven or on earth. So he has extended that sovereignty, that rulership to us. Like the scripture says, it's like a man going on a long journey which gave his servants authority. You see what I'm saying? And that's what we have, and we're using that authority as Saul when we go against the Most High and follow our own heart, right?
Who's Saul?
Saul, he was a king of Israel. Go ahead, read that one more time.
Trust in Yahweh with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding.
Now we're going to go here to, and this is why it tells you to trust in Yahweh and not lean on your own understanding. Right here, quote that first. Ecclesiasticus.
In Ecclesiasticus,
You got it, go ahead.
chapter 10, verse 12. The beginning of pride is when one departs from Yahweh, and his heart is turned away from his maker.
Right, so hold on. So pride, and what is pride? Leaning on your own understanding and not being after the heart of the Most High. Go ahead.
For pride is the beginning of sin, and he hath it shall
He that hath it.
he that hath it shall pour out abomination, and therefore Yahweh brought unto them strange calamities, and all overthrew them utterly.
So this is what happens, and this is what's going to continue to happen to people, just like when they talk about comfy and how these different things happen to these different brothers, you know, that want to take their authority and abuse it. You know what I'm saying? Like, where was you at? Let's read a little bit more of that in 1334?
Yeah.
Let me see real quick.
It was
Let me see right quick.
1334. I think it was 1334.
Go ahead, read. Just read all the way down.
Watch ye therefore, for he now.
Start from 34 again, but quote it.
Mark chapter 13, verse 34. For the Son of Man is a man taking a far journey who left his house and gave authority to his servants and to every man his work, and commanded the porter to watch.
Go ahead, keep reading.
Watch ye therefore, for ye know not when the master of the house cometh at even, or at the midnight, or at the cock crowing, or in the morning.
What's the cock crowing?
Lest coming suddenly
Go ahead, finish it.
lest coming suddenly he find you sleeping. And what I say unto you, I say unto all, watch.
So we supposed to watch because we don't know when he is going to be coming back, right?
Yes.
So we gotta understand that with him giving us authority and us wanting to sit up there and make up our own doctrines and wanting to do whatever we want to just because we have people following us, the Most High gonna deal with you for that, and you can't be going around. And I'm gonna go back to it talking about we Luciferians, talking about we're Satan. Do you understand? Lucifer, Satan, the devil, Baal, all that is the devil. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna go around, and I'm not gonna sit around letting people think that we can be called Luciferians just because it calls him a light bearer. He is wicked. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
So, now what you was talking about, what do cockcrow mean? That means dawn, which also means says the first appearance of the light before sunrise, like when the sun is like right between the water and the sky, and it's like in the middle. All right.
We still on this
or daybreak, sunrise, first light, daylight, for other people's edification. Alright. So hopefully this was edifying. You know, it's very important to go after exactly what the Most High says and not trying to make your own precepts. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, Most High willing, this is edifying, and I want to say shalom.